You take the blue pill. The story ends. You wake up in your bed and believe whatever you want to believe. You take the red pill. You stay in Wonderland. And I show you how deep the rabbit hole goes. Remember, all I'm offering is the truth, nothing more.
Oh, yeah.
The powerful will be ripped from their decadent nests and cast out into the cold world that we know and endure.
Oh, yeah.
After 9 years, you know what I realized? Ignorance is bliss.
Oh, yeah.
You know, we have a lot of expressions in the English language.
I don't even know what I'm saying.
What are we talking about?
Where'd that come from?
Most all of us use them every day.
I don't even know what that means. No one knows what it means.
You know, we just say them as if they really made sense.
I mean, how silly is that?
Do you understand the words that are coming out of my mouth?
What the f is he talking about?
Yo, the third yo, what's good? You know who it is, you know what it is. It's me, Mario, and welcome to the Appraise, the Phrase Show, origins of everyday expressions, where we're here to do three things: unveil the origin, confirm the meaning, and assess the value of common everyday phrases. Big dog is here first, then 3-1 Lions. Okay, anyway, big dog in the building. 20 with me as always. 20, what's good with you, my brother?
Yeah, hell yeah, man. 1-3 Dolphins. No.
Y'all got real reason though. Y'all got real reason. It's not like y'all sorry for sorry's sake.
Dude, no, bro. Listen, bro. We're destined to be an 8-win team. And I've said it before, and I'll say it again. We're going to do whatever we can to be 8-win every season,
including in your franchise quarterback's career, if necessary. Big
He's
shrug.
only been up there for 5, 6 years?
Yeah, you'll find another one.
Yeah, but I don't think that's much of a franchise quarterback. But hey,
No, they all just paid him like one. But if he retires, I don't know how much is guaranteed and all that. But
164, bro. But we're digressing. We are digressing.
Let me get out of that man's pockets.
We are digressing. We are super digressing.
Yeah, let me.
Guys.
Man, family good, bro. Family good. Forget all that football.
Family's all good, man. I can't really complain. Just going through the trials and tribulations of being a black man in America, also a father who takes care of his kids and stuff like that, and goes to work. So, you know how it is.
Man, I actually do. Being a father, a black man in America, and who has a job.
Yeah, it's hard. But I digress. I digress again. I digress. Go ahead, man.
Love you so much, bro. Okay, let's get into the show today. But before we get into the show, because 20 did call that out a few episodes back. There's a start of the show and then the episode starts, or other way around, whatever. But today, man, we have a friend. I want to say a friend. We have friends of the show. We have people I rock with. We have my dogs. And I got a real friend that is on the show now. So I'm excited to call out somebody that's doing something very dope. I love unique things. I love creative things. And I love creatively unique things. So this person has done that. And then some, so I'm excited about where this goes. I'm going to let her explain the rest. But please stand up for Kaila Davis, founder of Crazy Sexy Crab. What's good, Kaila?
Hey, Mario. Hey, Tony. How are y'all?
Good. Hey, they love that you're here. They want to know what it is. They want to know what it is.
Yes, Crazy Sexy Crab. Okay, yep, CSC for short. It's basically just a platform for people to learn more about beer. My motto is turning people from beer skeptics to beer believers. In this space, you don't really see a lot of Black people. You don't really see a lot of women. You don't really see a lot of Black women. So Black women are primarily my target. But yeah, just really getting people more involved, educated on beer, and just joining that beer community and being in that space. So that's my mission.
Yeah, I like that.
You hear the Black women that's like, Are you gonna make me into a beer lever? Are you gonna?
Of course.
Yeah, they out there. That's what's
Love
up,
it.
man.
I
Thank
ain't
you.
never heard of that one before. The beer lever. I like that one.
That's what I'm saying. Unique and creative
Yeah.
Thank you.
I like that one.
Thank you.
in your
You
face.
have to say it like this, like beer lever.
Oh,
Hands in there. Okay, I gotta earn.
you gotta earn that.
I gotta earn
Yeah.
it.
Yeah, them spirit fingers for the beer levers. You gotta.
Exactly.
You gotta be a beer lever before you do the hand. If you
Yeah,
ain't no
like
beer,
you don't do the fingers until you are one.
Yes.
Exactly.
I love that.
Okay. All right. I get you.
Beautiful. Well, thank you, Kaila. Being that you're on the show and you're also creative, you were on another guest that brought the phrase. So I'm excited to talk about this phrase. You gave me actually a few. So shout out to you. A lot of guests, I think either they don't got the time, because I get it, life be lifing, or they're not sure, right? Because that's what the show's about. Like sometimes you're not even sure how many phrases you rock with or connect with or say, but you had a list. So I had fun going through the list, and I found one that it hits for me, and hopefully it hits for you. 20. I'm excited to talk about this with you as well. So today we're going to unveil the origin, confirm the meaning, and assess the value of Drink the Kool Aid. See, drink the drink, because drink the Kool Aid.
And then 8 bars, I'll explain
All right.
that phrase.
20. Talk to me, dog. What's your connection, your general connection with Drink the Kool Aid?
Yo, you know the crazy thing about this one is I feel like this is a black saying. Like it's not. I know where it comes from. Like I feel like I know where it comes from. You might stump me on that one, but I feel like I know where it's come from, and it's totally not. But I feel like black people has adopted this phrase, especially when we telling somebody that we love that ain't doing the right thing, or that's doing something that we know they should not be doing, but you can't really tell them nothing because they done drank the Kool-Aid, so they believe in what everybody's saying, even though they should not be,
Yeah.
I'm assuming they got the whole drinking the Kool-Aid from the cult. In the early 90s, there was a cult that had people up in patent leather Nikes. I don't know if they were patent leather Nikes, but they were the Nike swoops, the tube socks, and it was like a whole bunch of them. And the way they were supposed to get to wherever they were supposed to go, they were supposed to drink this whole batch of Kool-Aid, which happened to be poison, and all of them died. So maybe I might be reaching, but I feel like that was the first instance on like drinking the Kool-Aid and where I felt like it kind of came from in my kind of social.
I can't press the button because I got to follow up. How does your arm feel? What do you feel like it was a reach? How does your arm feel?
Now, listen, I'm not gonna lie to you. In my more experienced aged brother, it is feeling a little sore for reaching, but that doesn't say I can't reach again.
Exactly. Hey,
I can't reach again, so I'm good.
And that's all I have to say about that.
Heard that. Kaila, your connection. Why'd you bring this? Why'd you introduce this? Why'd you offer this up? Your connection.
Yes. Okay. My connection. Why did I offer this up? Because of course, drinking. I'm like in the beer beverage space, so drinking, and then I'm 20. That's the origin that I know it to be, like the whole cult thing, drinking the Kool-Aid. But like, were they actually drinking Kool-Aid? I think that's my real question. I really don't know. I'm like, I can't imagine that would be their drink of choice. But
who said they had a choice? No.
It was I don't know if it was cherry or fruit punch, but it was
right.
Red.
It was definitely red. If they were drinking Kool-Aid, it was definitely red. I would think.
Because they'd have got me if it was. That's how y'all sound. Because they'd have got my ass if it was red.
Exactly.
They would have definitely got you.
Yeah.
All right, man. For me,
they
dog, like
got you, bro. I would have been the one asking for more sugar in that thing.
Yeah, I'm like, if you really want me to down this, can you?
Who made this? Who made this? That's my question. Not what's in it. Who made this? Chad? Was it you, Chad, that made this? Because it got a little aftertaste.
It got a little aftertaste. What is that at the end?
I'm sorry, guys. I'm sorry.
Oh no, you're fine. You're just being yourself.
Love it.
A lot of plugs.
Those who lost their lives in that tragic moment.
I know. Like we were. It's okay. Cool. Thank you. We do have to. The episode is what? Almost 9 minutes in and change. here's the warning. Sorry, y'all. We're going to be talking about people that lost their lives. We are not being insensitive to anybody that lost their lives in this very real thing. But also, we do talk about it. My connection is like, it's said so like, it's not a threat. Threat's not the right word, but it's almost like to make fun of. So it's like, we use it like to speak. It's not light, but it's like, it's lightened from death that you like, man, you over here, you done drank the Kool Aid. You believe in that? As opposed to like that thing's gonna kill you, if that's where the common belief comes from. We don't say it like that thing's gonna kill you. We say you believe that.
Yeah, like you're gullible. Like it's like my connection of being like, okay, you're easily influenced. You're gullible. You're a follower.
You're
like that.
Follower.
You're a follower.
I think that's the overall what we're trying to say. Why you following? Follow.
You're a follower.
For what? For what?
What? Why you following?
I
think that's what it is.
Yes.
To what end? All right, let's get into the definitions of this thing. Thanks, y'all. Oh, wait. My turn.
And that's all I have to say about that.
All right, so we got two. We introduced Oxford, I think, this year. So we'll start with them. We did the Oxford Dictionary, and they said that to drink the Kool Aid means to demonstrate unquestioning obedience or loyalty to someone or something. Okay. And then dictionary.com, one of my favorites, but not my absolute favorite, define drink the Kool Aid as to support or believe in something in a blindly enthusiastic way. So I'll go reverse order a bit. Kaila, which definition, anything between the two definitions sticks out? The difference is which one you connect with more, rock with more? What's up?
The second one, dictionary.com. I think it was like that blind enthusiasm part. Like, it's like that level of like, you're not even thinking. Like you're excited. You're excited to be kind of silly. You know?
You're excited to be a fool.
Yeah, exactly.
I won't talk 20. Go ahead. I won't.
I'm with Kaila too as well. Once you hit that blind in, I was like, that's exactly what we're talking about. That's exactly what we're talking about.
Yes. Because it's like
that's exactly what it is.
Oxford and shout out to Oxford the 2 or 3 times they were on the episode. Like they're thorough. But I think the unquestioning obedience or loyalty is not the same as blindly. Like unquestioned, you can still feel like you've done diligence and just don't have no questions. Whereas blind is like, I ain't do no diligence. I can't really see what's going on, but I'm geeked. That blindly enthusiastic, like I can't even. I'm more excited to just be excited and share my excitement than to even know what I'm drinking.
And unquestioned doesn't mean that you don't know it's wrong. You get what I'm saying? Like you can know something, you can see it and know it's wrong and still do it and be like, okay, I'm just following orders type shit. You know what I mean? Yeah. But when you're blind, it's like you don't even see what's going on around here, bro. Nothing, dog.
Exactly. Like you're not even in a position to question. You're not even in a position to question.
Exactly, bro.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah, I feel like that. Yeah, the first one was more like, like 20 said, like you can probably question a little bit, but you're not going to actually like pose the question to somebody. You're probably thinking it, but you don't have like the strength. You can't muster up the strength to like actually ask the question or, the second one is just like, okay, like I said, you're excited to be a fool.
Man.
That's how I feel.
Man.
Yeah.
Well, I like that because that's exactly when you say somebody drinking that Kool Aid is because it's like you're sitting here trying to say, hey, this is wrong, and they're fighting like, nah, it's not wrong, no.
I don't even know what you're talking about.
I don't know what you're talking about, brother. We just go to this meeting every Sunday. No, there's killing people in the back. What you talking about? Ain't nobody get killed in the back. Like, drinking that Kool Aid.
There's no back. What back? What back?
There's no back is crazy.
What back? I go in the front, so you're like that's how they. All right, dog.
That's how it is, though. That's when you're hitting them with that, man. And typically, I feel like this. You typically say that to somebody that you actually care about. Because if you don't care about that person or care if that person's doing something a little off, you're like, well, whatever, bro. Whatever. That's your life. But I feel like that's something that you say mostly to someone that you actually care about, but you're trying not to give up on.
That's real. That's real. I like that you brought that up because there's people in positions that like are strangers where outside of like public figures, because like we have to do this weird thing, this social thing where we think we know, but like actual strangers, right? Actual strangers where you won't even get them to you have already written them off. So like you wouldn't even utter this phrase to them. You would have to, you either talking about a group that's well known or you're talking about somebody that you care about because you want them to hear that. Like you're doing something that you don't want to, you shouldn't be doing. Like you said with your connection 20 is like, can you hear me say that? I know you blindly enthusiastic, but can you hear me say you're drinking that Kool Aid? But
exactly,
man. All right, let's see if you was right, dog. Let's see if you was right.
Where'd that come from?
Okay, so the first known use of the phrase "drink the Kool Aid" was in a passage from the 1968 nonfiction book "The Electric Kool Aid Acid Test" by Tom Wolfe. Okay, so the electric Kool Aid acid test was used to describe an incident where Wolfe unsuccessfully tried to stop someone with a poor mental health record from drinking Kool Aid laced with LSD, Lucy in the Sky with Diamonds, and then who then subsequently had a bad psychedelic experience. So that was the first time it was used from like a thing that was actually a Kool Aid test that had acid in it.
Wait, was this a nonfiction book or a fiction book?
Nonfiction.
This was nonfiction.
Tom Wolfe.
Oh, okay.
Oh, so this didn't happen because it sounded like it happened.
Nonfiction.
No, it did happen. Nonfiction, right?
Okay.
Yeah, nonfiction.
Oh, this is a real story.
Yeah, it's a real story. Tom Wolfe. Thomas Kennerly Wolfe Jr. He was an American author and journalist, widely known for his association with new journalism, a style of news writing and journalism that developed in the 60s and 70s of the 1900s, I got to say, because we be talking about all types of 60s and 70s. Yeah. So I got to be clear. 1960s and 1970s that incorporated new literary techniques. Much of Wolfe's work was satirical and centered on the counterculture of the 1960s. So we know what that's about. Like 1960s had, as far as white folks go, two sides, suit, tie. Real life was black and white. Like you opened your eyes and not just the TV, real life was black and white. You did what you said, robots. The other side was, I ain't going, right? And so he wrote a lot about the issues related to class, social status, and the lifestyles of economic and intellectual elites of New York City. So he was out in New York doing that thing, kind of crazy. So the book, The Electric Kool Aid Acid Test, presents a first-hand account of the experience of Ken Kesey and a group of psychedelic enthusiasts known as the Merry Pranksters. Look them up, the Merry Pranksters. They traveled across the United States in colorfully painted bus that they call Further. Kesey and the pranksters became famous for the use of psychedelic drugs like LSD to achieve expansion of their consciousness. The book chronicles the acid tests, which were parties with LSD-laced Kool-Aid, and encounters with notable figures like the Hells Angels, Grateful Dead, and Allen Ginsberg. So like political folks and like socially popular folks. Yeah, rebels and shit. So the electric Kool-Aid acid test has been described as faithful and essential in depicting the roots and growth of the hippie movement. So that book is one of the writings that is considered the truth about that time. All right. So Wolfe's usage of the phrase from the electric Kool-Aid acid test, that was like, I got to ask y'all, like using his way of saying it, which is basically like poor mental health record, trying to stop you. Like, that's the test. Like, can you not drink the LSD-laced Kool-Aid? Are you more the person that needs to be convinced not to drink? I'll start with you, Kaila. Are you the person that needs to not be convinced to drink the Kool-Aid because things don't end well? Or are you more the person trying to prevent others?
Oh, trying to prevent others.
Why is that? Like, how is that a part of your personality? How do we get there? How did you get there?
I feel like I'm just probably more of a cautious person. Like it's like I'm very curious, but I'm also very cautious. And sometimes like in situations like that, my caution is going to overweigh the curiosity. Like, I'm just not that curious to try something. Like, I don't know. I can be a little bit scary. So I think that maybe
hey, said it. So how did you get in the beer then? What made you like cross over into the beer world? Because some black folks treat that like LSD laced Kool-Aid.
I know. No. Okay, no, that's actually a good question. Working at a restaurant. Yeah, working at a restaurant actually was like my crossover to beer. Of course, like when you're in high school, you try, you're drinking like cheap beer with your friends at house parties and stuff. But I was working at a restaurant. Exactly. Exactly. The gas station beer. I was working at a restaurant here in Atlanta, and I was a host, and everyone at the restaurant had to like try all the different beverages that was on the menu. So I took a sip of it, and I was like, oh my God, like this is beer? I could not believe it. It was like a plum sour from this brewery here in Atlanta called Orpheus. And that was like literally my crossover to like liking craft beer, just trying it, working one day.
Shout out to Orpheus for getting this popping.
Yeah,
Shout out to fucking Orpheus, plum sour. I might have to.
A plum saison. That's what a plum saison. That's what it is actually. Yeah.
Okay. Hey, heard that.
Yeah.
All right, bet. So you scary. Cool. 20. Where you at, man?
You know what? Honestly, I'm wondering that too as well. Like I wouldn't say scary.
Yeah.
But I'm a creature of habit. Now, if you put it in a realm where I can be like, okay, I'm used to this, then you got me. You got me. I'm not gonna lie, you got me. But like I pay attention to my surroundings a lot, so I'm like, okay, all right, this dude drank this. I'm gonna let somebody drink it first and see what they on. Give him about 5 minutes. If he starts seeing shit, then I'll be like, you know what? That ain't for me. But if he got a delay, then you might get me because I'm like, all right, I'm thirsty. But like, no, I'm more of that too as well. I'll definitely let somebody be the guinea pig before I'd be like, okay, yeah, no, I ain't doing it. And my people, we ain't doing it. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't know
yeah. Got you. Okay.
Everybody else people, but my people, we ain't doing it because of what's going on.
Heard that. I think I'm closer if this is like a black and white, like one or the other question, I'm closer to the having to be told not to do it than the telling people to do it, mainly because, not because I'm out here doing any old thing, like I'm not going. I remember even when we was in college, bro, and no offense to nobody, I swear to God, no offense to nobody, but I know we would say, and you coming from the yayo is kind of crazy, but we would say like, hey, if you pull that white out, I might still off on you. So this is coming from like that group would be like, don't ruin the party with that. Some would say turn out the party, but I'm rarely telling people what they should or shouldn't be doing in the function. I'm like very rarely doing that. Like I'm rarely doing that in my friend group. You know what I'm saying? Like I'm not about to be like, hey, bro, you on that? I might look like, oh.
Yeah, hey, listen. Okay, if we got to be black and white, if we have to be black and white, then Mario.
Answer 20.
He does this. Honestly, Kayla, he does this a lot because I sit there and I listen to him and I get his perspective on a lot of things, and I'm like, fuck, damn, you're right. Are you talking to me, Mario, right now? Or are you talking to the audience? Because he knows me. He knows me. So it's like, are you saying that to get a better answer out of me, nigga? Or this is how you really feel it. And sometimes when you be saying, I'm like, okay, I do have a better answer. I apologize to the audience.
I apologize to the audience is wild.
I didn't give you my all. And
I left some on the field. I left some on the court.
Okay, so what's your new answer?
What's your answer then?
Oh, I'm totally like, yo, do you, bro? Like,
do you? Like, yeah, like, do you?
I'm not the guy. I'm definitely not that. But I am that nigga that's gonna be like, oh, this nigga right here is doing it. I am that guy, bro. I'm not gonna lie to you. I am that guy. I'll be like,
whoa, that's what they. Hey.
That's what we at tonight. Okay, all right.
But I guess it depends, though. Like we were saying earlier, like if it's my friends, I'm telling them for sure. Like, no, it's not worth it. Like, let's just try. Yeah, like my friends. If it's just random people at a party, then like I could care less, whatever. But
I'm not. But I'm saying like, and I get that. That's why I'm like posing the question because like there's people. I'm in a friend group. I would never. The only thing, one of the few things, like keeping it relatively light. One of the few things I would is like drunk driving. Like I'm intervening on that. But otherwise, I'm like. Hey, bro. Yeah. I'm telling my other niggas in the group if only one of us is doing it, I'm like, hey, y'all see this nigga doing this?
Yeah. When does nigga start doing this? When did this nigga is? What's going on, bro? Like, you know why? Because like I wouldn't want nobody coming at me while I'm
Right.
like, who knows what that person has gone through to get to that moment? Like, oh, I just worked 48 hours type shit in one day. I need this.
I just need a day.
Like, who am I to cut that off from you in that moment? But it's like, yeah, Negro. I'm like, oh, I'm okay, but all right, bro. All right, no problem. Just don't start tripping next to me, bro.
That's like really like just the next thing. Don't let the next thing, or don't like pass. Don't pass the bump. Don't do none of that. Like don't pull me in. But like, hey, if you can operate the heavy machinery, i.e. your life, by doing that, go ahead.
Yep.
Kaila, like, I'm telling my friends, you stop it right now. Right?
She's straight at the camera. And you know who you are.
You know
who you are.
No, not even. I'm really thinking now because I'm like, I've been in that situation and I haven't done that. It hasn't been like a, don't do that. It's been like more so shock. Like, I'd be just shocked. Like truly, I just be like, the first time I be seeing certain things, I just be shocked. It takes a minute for me to really like take it in. Like,
oh, okay, so you're not really on heads.
No, that's what I'm saying. I'm definitely not on heads. I think it just be like more so a me thing. Like, I'd be so surprised at seeing certain things. Like the first time around, like when it does happen or when someone does do something around me, I'm just like, oh, I wasn't expecting that. I have to disappear.
Because everybody kind of got more central. I'm going to restate the question.
Okay, restate the
question.
Okay, yeah.
Are you more like the person that has to be talked down than you are the person that would talk somebody down, has to prevent them? That's what I said. Out of the two, more times in my life, a person would be like, Mario, yo, you sure? Then I would be like, hey, don't do that. Like, that's just if on either side of that fence, I'm on the side of the niggas getting talked to.
Yeah, no, I'm standing on mine.
10 toes.
10 toes.
10 toes for sure. I don't have to get talked down off. No, I'm standing on it. Yeah,
heard that. All right.
My final answer.
Right. Heard that. Hey, Stamp, heard that.
Okay. Well. Let's jump from 68 to 78, where now we talking.
Okay.
This phrase is strongly associated with the events in Jonestown, Guyana, on November 18, Scorpio season 1978, in which over 900 members of the People's Temple movement passed on. The movement's leader, Jim Jones, not the one from was it Brooklyn?
Bro.
Harlem,
bro.
Harlem. Oh my God. Oh yeah, Harlem. Jesus, he actually gonna be.
He actually gonna come on the show now.
Capo, my man, Capo, big dog.
I don't know what y'all doing on this little ass show. You got to let you know.
Do your research. I thought y'all was a research show.
From Harlem.
Exactly.
My bad, Capo. I did not mean no disrespect to none of the crew. But Jim Jones, the other one, called a mass meeting at the Jonestown Pavilion after the murder of U.S. Congressman Leo Ryan and others in nearby Port Kaituma. Jones proposed a revolutionary S-word. Seppuku, if you watched, did y'all watch, goddamn, Shogun?
No.
Please watch Shogun, y'all. They call it seppuku.
I heard it was good. Okay.
To get yourself up out of here. It's great, actually.
Well,
Yeah. Hold on. Both of y'all have pretty good takes on like cinema and like general like movies. Mm-hmm. So I'm actually on camera, on record. Watch the show, you two, please.
Okay.
All right. Okay. Because it was dragging for me for the first episode and a half.
2 episodes, bro. 2 episodes. 2 episodes.
Okay, so I got to get past that. Okay, that's what it is.
Yeah.
And it is captions, right? We have to read the captions.
Yeah, you have to read the captions, okay. and they do not. What they don't do, which is what I like, they're not about to. The show is the education and the history. They're not about to do a whole like. They're not about to catch you up on history. Like this is just accurate and go with it. But the first 2 episodes established the fact that they're not going to do that. Like just get with the characters ASAP.
Okay. I'll check it out.
Yeah. So you're not going to get a backstory at all.
Okay.
So revolutionary, take yourself out by way of ingesting a powdered drink mix made from Drum roll. Flavor Aid. Jim Jones did not go to. It was later misidentified as Kool Aid that was lethally laced with cyanide and other drugs.
Flavor Aid.
Flavor Aid, bro.
Oh, Flavor Aid.
Not from what you get from like the poppy stores.
Correct. Jim Jones stopped by the store. He was like, oh shoot, the drinks.
Hey, what we gonna put in this? Go to the Sedano's down the street. Go to that Aldi's. Go to that what's the Presidente down the street, and just grab a whole bunch of those Flavor Aids.
Flavor Aids, they got
what
them.
color? What kind? What flavor? Red. Red. You know these niggas like red.
You know
like
they only gonna drink red.
Got the grape, get the red.
Is it cherry?
Now, the descriptors of the event often refer to the.
Kayla, we don't know. We don't know which one it is. It could be
curiosity.
It could be strawberry.
It could be strawberry.
You don't know.
Yeah.
It could be fruit punch. You don't know.
Could be fruit punch. Now, descriptors of the event often refer to the beverage not as Kool-Aid, but as Flavor Aid, which is a less expensive product reportedly found at the site. It was there. The packets of Flavor Aid were on site. Found.
I told you.
Now look.
Terrible.
Now dig. Kraft Foods, the maker of Kool-Aid, has stated the same. They was like, we was not there, bro.
Yeah, hey, Playboy, we don't even sell that many Playboy. We don't even sell that many Playboy. That ain't us.
Nah.
That ain't us.
Nah. Because ours would have ate right through the cyanide. Like, ours is quality. We'd have ate right through that cyanide.
See, ours don't even mix. Ours, it would have just floated at the top of ours. See, that's how you know it's ours, Playboy. You ain't got to cut ours.
You ain't got to cut. Hey, you ain't
pure. Ours already pure.
Oh my gosh.
You got to cut ours. Go ahead.
Okay, so what many believe is that it was referred to as Kool-Aid because it's a better-known brand in America. And film footage shot inside the compound prior to the events of November shows Jones opening a large chest in which boxes of Flavor Aid are visible. I'm like, I think he might just really rock with Flavor Aid. He was like, yeah, get that Kool-Aid shit on my face.
Hey, probably, yeah, that's exactly what. And you know, crazy thing about that is Flavor Aid been going so low under the radar, nigga. Like they didn't even have no kind of bump or feel past this. Like it was just like, oh, they think it's Kool-Aid. Okay, yeah. That's exactly what it was. They didn't care.
Yeah, exactly. Like whatever.
That was us. They weren't none of that.
They wasn't on that. But all press is good press. They wasn't on that.
And that's crazy to me because Kool-Aid has now gotten such a bad rep for that. Like I never would have thought that.
Yeah.
I have never even seen Flavor Aid. Honestly, I don't know.
Man, well, if Flavor Aid wants to reach out to Crazy Sexy Craft and stand on their brand, feel free. Now, I know y'all are known not to stand on your brand.
I know y'all hide within the shadows, but
really hiding.
I know y'all hide in the shadows, but I'm just saying, if y'all want to make an appearance. Ooh.
That's crazy.
Ain't that crazy? Like Flavor Aid been like, man, I'm gonna let them take the rap.
That's crazy, bro. Wow.
Kool-Aid coming home, yeah. Hey, remember the monkey? Kool-Aid coming home. Caesar. Kool-Aid coming. And then Kool-Aid you snitched on in the club.
That's crazy to me. I'm really shocked right now.
Bro, wow. And the fact of the matter is that even if it would have went both ways, like how much more popular Flavor Aid would obviously the saying sounds horrible with Flavor Aid instead of Kool-Aid.
Correct.
Obviously. But just imagine how more popular Flavor Aid would have been if they would have been like, nah, actually.
Yes, if they was really any chance they got, right?
Mm-hmm. So the saying would be, don't drink the Flavor Aid instead of the Kool-Aid.
I'm not going to lie, G. You saying it just now was not that bad.
I agree. I agree.
Let
me pick up the phone real quick.
Yeah, savor the Flavor Aid. No, I'm just trying to come up with a slogan for the ass. Exactly. 900 people. Savor.
900 and counting.
Oh,
I'm so sorry, y'all.
Oh my God.
So sorry. I'm so sorry, dog.
Not the ant counting one. Not the
Get me out of here. Get me out of here.
Counting part is just my bad.
Hey, not the ant counting, bro. I think you know what the crazy part about that is that we said so much, but for some reason the ant counting.
That's the one that hurt the most out of all. Like, and that's how I feel. Like all that we was saying, like they taking me out. All that was said, and y'all gonna go with the ant counting. Now look, so Kool Aid was nowhere to be found in there. Kaila, well, this is for both of y'all. Kaila, I'll start with you. Share a moment where you remember something happening one way, and it turned out a major detail was super wrong once you actually thought about it. But you was like, "Hey, I swear it went down this way," when you was telling everybody. 20. What you stood on that you shouldn't? He was like, "Hey man, I'm not gonna take this back." But I got one.
My time was one of my homeboys got. It's in college.
Yeah.
You could be able to guess which one it was, but one of my homies got accused of stealing a book. And at that time, he's like, "No, I ain't still a book." So we all riding for him. Anybody that said he stole his book, we slapped him to sleep. It's just like that's how much we ride for this dude. And then come to find out, I asked him like, "Yo, so you know what happened for the book?" "Oh yeah, I stole a book." I'm like, "Wait, hold on, bro. Wait, hold on, wait. You actually stole the book?" "Yeah, of course I stole it." And I was just like, "Oh, hell no." So from then, we had to stand on that. We had to stand on the fact that anybody said he stole a book, it was an issue. It was an issue, even though, come to find out, he actually stole the goddamn book.
Was this?
I mean, we're not saying no names because I
know, but was it?
Oh, you know it was.
It was Meryl.
You know it was. You know it was. You know it was. He never lets the 60s go to waste. You know it was. So yeah, that was the incident where I could kind of like definitely remember like standing on something and then finding out that it was all wrong, and then it was like, damn, I still got to stand on it anyway because you know what I'm saying? Like the 10 toes were so down in the beginning that it's hard to dig them up out the ground after I know what's going on.
You're a good friend.
Yeah.
You gotta be, man. And that was one of those moments where my loyalty was tested.
Well, how about you, Kaila?
I know. Okay, I have to think about it. I can't really think about a specific situation, but I know there's been maybe too many times. Maybe there's been nights I've had a few too many beers, and I'll just be there. And then, of course, the stubborn tourist part of me will come out and be like, I remember the story this way. It could be like, arguments with friends, how the night went, whatever. But I feel like that's happened to me a few times where it's been like, I don't remember it being that way. And then, of course, the next morning after everyone's sobered up and like everyone's like back to their normal selves, they'll be like, "Kaila, you know, like, why did you, or why, like you said it in this way." And I was just like, I don't remember it being that way, actually. Like.
You do that with the dudes too? How about in your romanticals?
Oh, of course.
God damn.
Especially.
Damn.
Yeah.
As an art.
I think
as an institution, I do this.
Yeah, as a tourist, as a New Jersey girl, I think there could be some aggression. You know what I mean? But it's nothing too crazy.
Well, I mean, here, I'll give one. 20 gave us the college one. I'll give another one because I've done it a few times. I was going to bat with in elementary school, like arguing with everyone. And I mean, I could easily be debunked, and I have since. Missy Elliott, I can't stand the rain. It's my window. I can't stand and it was my window. That's what I thought she was saying. And I was arguing everybody. It's my window. I can't stand the rain. It's mine.
Yes.
Not against my window.
Not against my window.
Oh my God, yes. That happened to me too, Mario, with the Fantasia lyric, Fantasia Barrino. Yes. So actually that's my example. It was a Fantasia Barrino song. It was I think it's Truth Is. What are the lyrics? It's like promise that he'd always keep, then he said goodbye and he paid the punch. Couldn't tell me it was not paid the punch. Because like in the song she's saying, okay, bear with me.
You gotta sing it, but you gotta do the list. You gotta have a list with that. Has he sing it? You gotta sing it like has he sing it because you got. You can't think it. If you don't go
Get me out of here. Get me out of here. I'm not doing this with y'all. I'm not doing this.
Okay, if you gonna think it, make it do your thing it good, girl.
She says, because the song is about her, like reconnected with a guy that she used to, like or date or whatever.
Sure.
And at the end, she's saying, that they had their lunch and they went their separate ways. And she says, and he said goodbye and he paid the punch. I'm thinking like, he had to pay the punch of like, leaving again, like, oh, we're not going to see each other. That was really our final goodbye.
Paid the punch.
Paid the punch. But really it was he paid for lunch.
Which is what I've also been a man who have done.
Which I've done both, which I've been in both situations. I have been in both situations. So both of them sounds great to me, actually.
That's what I'm saying. Yeah, thank you. I feel very validated right now because it makes. Then he said goodbye and he paid the punch of like, like the put, the gun, the put. I mean the punch to the gut of like, dang, I'm gonna miss her. Like,
yeah,
I'm not gonna see her.
that's what we're doing. I mean, it's my window also.
Mario, remember when we said this don't need a beat? When me and Mario in college, Nitty who do Young Jock is going down.
Yeah, all that.
In the beginning, it says this a Nitty beat.
Yes.
We used to think it said, this don't even need a beat. Till this day. We was like, oh, that shit hard, bro. This song's so hard. It don't even need a beat. It don't even need a beat. That's a hard ass step.
No, that does make sense though. Right? I'm not mad at that. I'm not mad at that at all.
This don't even need a beat. Now when I hear it, it's like there's no way he said that many words.
Exactly.
There's no way he said that many words. But yeah, this is a great saying. I'm not gonna lie to you. This
saying's going hard. All right, now let's ruin it a little bit. Let's ruin it. Early analogies. Sorry. Early analogies to Jonestown and Kool Aid were based around death and taking yourself out. I'm trying not to get the algorithm to suppress the episode. Yeah, that's why I'm not saying the S word. Mm-hmm. So it wasn't based on blind obedience, but the earliest such example was via 1982, a statement from Lane Kirkland, the head of the AFL-CIO, which described Ronald Reagan's policies as Jonestown economics, which administers Kool-Aid to the poor, the deprived, and the unemployed. That was the first time it meant blind obedience. Every other time, it was supposed to mean you do the deal, the final countdown. So he came with that. So the widespread use of the phrase in its current meaning began around in the 1990s, based on that. And then the phrase has been used in business and technology worlds to mean fervent devotion to a certain company or technology, because in 2000, the New York Times mentioned it again. Now we had the New York Times make God in the details, the devil in the details. Mm-hmm. They also made the devil in the details, which God is in the details first, attributed to somebody else. So whenever the New York Times prints something, that's when it gets cemented. Now, in February 2012, Drinking the Kool Aid won first place in an online poll by Forbes magazine as the single most annoying example of business jargon. Like, people in business use it so much that people was like, I hate this phrase.
Yeah, because I'm pretty sure they're just using it through arguments. You get what I'm saying? Like,
yes.
I'm pretty sure there was a situation where instead of saying, let's agree to disagree, you're telling somebody, nah, man, I can't argue with you because you're drinking Kool-Aid. Or even if you at work, bro, when you're at work, you say that to people that are real, like, corporate won't do that to us. Oh, yeah, all right, yeah.
Yeah. Like, you really try to take people off their square with that shit. Like, you really try to disarm them. Like, so I could see, you're right. Because when I read this, I was like, damn, like, They just vote. But no, it's probably because business folks use it in a way that's just to their, advantage. Like it's not really like actual, hey man, you a little blindly enthusiastic, like you need to cool out. They really probably saying it like you need to agree with me and fast.
I'm gonna be honest, this is surprising to me because I can't even imagine niggas in corporate saying that term. Like I just never thought that would. I was not expecting that.
Kayla was like, "Why the hell?"
You know the crazy thing about that, Kayla, that whole time, you're gonna see it when you watch the show again. You could tell in your face that you were saying that in your head, like, "Damn, niggas in corporate really say." They really say that? Like for like 45 seconds, you were like, damn, they really say that in corporate? Like,
yeah, like y'all were going through your explanations. I'm like, I'm so baffled that they would say that in a corporate setting. Like I just, surprising.
Yeah, it's New York Times. New York Times.
Listen, in a corporate setting, in the 80s and the 90s, used to be way wilder than it is today.
Exactly.
Like, imagine all that shit happening now. Imagine all this shit happening at work, bro. Like most of this shit happened at work. People were more normal inside their house than they were at their office back then.
Real. That's absolutely true. It's absolutely true. Word. All right, let's take all that we thought of, we came up with. Let's grade this thing. Kayla, thank you. So this is how we do it. We got a 3-part grading scale. We got the power, like the impact when it's heard or said. Does it move the people? Does it shake it up? Or do you gain some type of something when you say it? 20's going to handle that. I'm going to handle the speed, which is does it flow off the tongue? Is it easy to say? Is it sweet to say? Sweet to hear even sometimes. And then you're going to give us the wild card, which is the guest or host preference. We have a guest, so whatever you want to name it, however you want to grade it, A through F, we do pluses and minuses. So we'll start with 20. Power, let's go, brother.
Yo, you know me, Mario. Usually when I do the power, it's about longevity. This one, honestly, hasn't had the longevity as a lot of our sayings, as a lot of our phrases, man. And but it still has that type of power over it. I don't know how, but it still has that power over it. Even the fact of the matter that it wasn't Kool Aid, it was Flavor Aid. It still has that power over it, bro. Like it's crazy to me. So I'm gonna definitely give it B plus. I give it a B plus. Only reason why I can't give it that A because it was 1960s. You get what I'm saying? Like that it's like we don't think that's far a time. That's a long time ago. People younger generations now would be like, man, that was a long time ago. Yeah. But to us, that wasn't a long time ago. But I would say this, it still has that power when you said you can it renounce in people's mind of what happened even before they were born. Because that whole situation has been imitated through pop culture, has been imitated through everything that we have to continue to be relevant. You know, you can find something that's going to go back to that era. Look at, I'm not saying that's where Jim Jones get his name from, but in a sense of, what's going on, you can still take certain things out of that situation and relate it to today. So I would say, drinking the Kool Aid, give it a B plus on a power, only because that it's still standing, it's still strong when, 1, it wasn't that long ago. 2, it wasn't even really Kool-Aid. So that's the only reason why I got to still give it that B plus and not an A.
Stamped. No, that's real. That's real. When now that I know, like, you've done this consistently, I'm like, damn, this might get a little lower and less, because I knew that 1960s was gonna get held against it, and you stayed true to it. Yeah. All right, speed. I'm giving this an A. Drink the Kool Aid is smooth, dog.
Real
smooth. So much so that you thought it was a black phrase because it's
kind of like eat the cake.
It is. It's like whoa, yeah, whoa. Okay, so it's very smooth to say, easy to say. I think my ultimate A litmus test is like kids. It has a thing in it that kids can say, giggle, dip. You know what I'm saying? Like they don't even gotta know what it is. If you say it around them, they might pick it up. So I'm going with that A on speed. Even if it was Flavor Aid, I would give it an A. By the way.
Yo, listen, I'm so lightweight. I'm disappointed. Like I'm disappointed at Flavor Aid because they didn't take advantage of it. Like
very weak.
How could you not?
Yeah.
What do you not?
Very weak.
Go
Kayla,
ahead,
wild
Kayla.
card.
Okay, yeah, wild card. I have to say, I think it's a great phrase. I think it's such a great phrase. I really do love it. I feel like if someone were to tell me like you're drinking the Kool Aid,
You would
like, I
stop.
would be like, that would be my, like those are fighting words. You know what I mean? Like the impact that has is definitely like, oh my gosh, you really think I'm a blind follower? So for that fact alone, like the impact that I feel like it has, yeah, I have to give it an A+. I love this term. And the fact that it wasn't actually Kool-Aid makes it even stronger. Like it wasn't even Kool-Aid.
Oh, that adds
even-
to it. Okay.
There's not a lot of people about them double T's, but my dog Kayla about them tiptoes, man. She stay down. Regardless of what
She
she say,
down.
stay down, dog. She stay
Double
down,
T's.
bro.
Hey,
Ooh.
man. Hey, Kayla. We made it. We made it.
We made it.
We made it. Got through a whole phrase. You appraised it. We got one more thing to do with you before we have you sign off for yourself, and that is
The Dictionary of Misinformation.
20.
Oh, ma. It's the best part. All right, here we go. Kayla, this is towards the end of the show, we always ask our guests to give us a letter from the alphabet so we can go ahead and give them some information that they might be misinformed about. This is a real legit book. Me and Mario found this book. What season was it? 2, 3?
Right before 2. Yep.
Right before 2, man, and it's been holding us down ever since. All right. So from A through Z, but even though X and Z is not there, not available anymore. So if you can give us a letter, we're just gonna go through that dictionary and give you just like I said, some information.
Okay, Jay.
Ooh, I like that.
The Jonestown.
Jim Jones.
Yeah, listen. The Jonestown massacre really didn't drink Kool-Aid. They drank.
It was indeed flavory, right?
Hey, yo, that should be in that book, bro. That should be in that book. That should be in that book, bro. That should be in that book. Wow.
Oh, my God.
That is a first. That is a first.
That's a first. That should be in here, man.
First. It was actually flavory, not Kool-Aid.
Yes.
But we gonna let y'all niggas think what y'all want.
Right.
Hey, but what we is gonna clear up out of the J's is the Jerusalem artichoke. We're gonna do it. We already gave you one.
I couldn't get air on that one. Wait, what? Jerusalem artichoke?
Correct. I know you had a Jerusalem artichoke before, brother.
I didn't know.
I didn't know it was a thing.
I didn't know that before artichoke, the word Jerusalem was there.
There is one, but this plant has nothing whatever to do with Jerusalem or with artichokes.
Wait, what?
The term is a corruption of the Italian Girosole artichocio or a sunflower artichoke. So the so-called Jerusalem artichoke does in fact belong to the sunflower family. It's a sunflower.
What? You know what? We do have a rule that we cannot argue.
We cannot argue.
like that's one of those things that we've said from season 2. Hey, listen, we're gonna give you this information, and we're not here for argument. We
didn't write it. We're just sharing it. The Jerusalem artichoke is a sunflower from Italy.
Sometimes you just throw your hands up.
Word, Kayla. One more time. Anything you want to talk about? Anything you want to let the people know before we get out of here?
No, thanks for having me. It was so much fun. I really enjoyed it. You can follow me on Instagram at Crazy Sexy Craft, and explore some beer. That's what I have to say. Explore beer. It's a really great beverage. Anything fermented or brewed is great. So I just urge everyone to at least just give it a try.
Yeah, man. And we I'll say this. You'll see us and Kayla in a city near you, probably Atlanta, very soon. Very, very soon.
Yes.
What's up, dog? What you got for me?
Hey, listen. Don't blindly follow people, baby. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to be a blind follower, y'all. You don't want to be a blind follower. If you're going to follow somebody that deserves your following, make sure that they deserve your following. Don't just follow them. Don't drink the Flavor Aid. Don't drink the Kool Aid. Make sure you're doing what your due diligence to live your life the right way. All right?
Heard
That's
that. Or you'll end up calling a sunflower or artichoke.
A Jerusalem artichoke.
A Jerusalem
That's
artichoke.
crazy to me.
It's nuts. Thank you for the dictionary, Miss. Thank you for
The dictionary of misinformation.
I don't have to say it ever again. What I will say, though, is that you can find us on the Underdog Podcast Network. Shout out to the sponsors. Google Podcasts, Spotify, Apple Podcasts. We're on YouTube for the visuals. Go to appraisethephrase.com, appraisethephrase.com/shop for things. I'm going to keep plugging. Ooh. Okay, it's on the way. We want to help with literacy, fight the battle of low literacy rates in schools, man. 4th through 6th grade, we coming for you. Otherwise, remember, because we'll remind you that value is in the eye of the appraiser. We'll check you out next week.
Yeah, like